My name is Alia Shawkat, and I play Feyruz in Atropia.
My name is Haley Gates. I directed and wrote Atropia.
My name's Callum Turner, and I play Dice in Atropia.
Can you talk about sort of where this movie came from and how you both got involved as well?
Who do you want to start?
You can start. You dreamed this up.
I initially wanted to make a documentary about these fake villages that were built on bases in the U.S. after 9/11 to train soldiers before they deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan. So I did a lot of research and visited a lot of the bases, and the military was like not so keen on the version of the doc that I wanted to make. So we decided to make a satire.
And you asked these fine people to be a part of it. Yeah.
These wonderful people said yes to my
She told me.
She demanded
crazy
She said-
idea.
Send us a cease and
She said,
desist.
you better do this.
Well, talk to me about what drew you both to it.
Yeah, well, we made a short film first that Haley wrote and directed called Shakomaku. That was the same world and character, sans the romance and a lot of elements. But it kind of kicked off the inspiration for the feature. And so when Haley pulled, out this amazing feature script, pretty quickly, once, we talked about like how cool it would be to make a feature out of it, it just started to come together really fast. And Cal was like one of the very first people we thought of. I've known Cal for 10 years, and he's an amazing guy, an actor, and we were just like, he would be perfect, and he was so game right away. And then as we were still getting the money, I got pregnant, and that became a part of the story, and Haley's like, we're writing it in. And so it was just real, like, kind of rock and roll, and all happened within a year of writing it.
Wow.
And then, now here we are.
Callum, you want to talk about getting
Pregnant?
getting pregnant?
I wasn't involved in the pregnancy,
Am I
even though...
showing?
Yeah.
Ellie and I did Green Room 10 years ago, and I would jump at any opportunity to work with her again. She sent me an email saying, I've got this mate, Haley. We've made a short. Check out the short. We've got a feature. If you like the short, come do it. And I watched the short, and I thought it was the most brilliant short I've ever seen. Incredible cinematography, and I laughed the whole way through it, and immediately wanted to do it. It was a very easy decision. And then we got on the phone, and
We had a dinner date.
did we not speak on the phone?
Was there any texting involved, or
We went to
FaceTime?
Dantana, so
Oh,
we were in
nice.
there.
Yeah, what'd you get?
very old Hollywood?
We got
Which was Dan Tanner again?
It's on Santa Monica.
Italian place.
Oh,
Next to the
yes,
Troubadour?
yes,
You had just come out of steam and you were like sweating
we
balls.
got so drunk.
We got
on
really drunk.
martinis.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't remember what
Apparently
you
the food's good there. I wouldn't.
You
I
didn't
wouldn't
know.
know. I wouldn't
Wow.
know. We just
Yeah.
got.
Haley, what you did?
We had a Helen steak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we eat? No.
A Hollywood
we ate.
meeting.
I
You'd
was
had a
drunk.
steam
Yeah,
and
yeah,
got drunk
yeah.
on martinis.
And you know what?
I had like 4 martinis. I was like, is this professional? I don't know. But
I
wanna
was
be
somewhere with my
movie.
feet up, being like, "You guys meeting, or how's this going?"
You're like, I'm pregnant.
I'm still
I mean,
pregnant.
and the
I'm
other
pregnant.
thing, about Callum though, apart from being extraordinarily talented
Okay.
and very handsome and a wonderful friend,
Sure.
is that
Keep
he's
going, keep going.
so kind to waiters.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how you know.
And when we were at
Yeah.
Dantana's, I was like, this motherfucker.
He's too kind.
What'd you do? Did you grease some palms? You put a little 20 in there, and what'd you do?
I'm not giving out my secrets like that. That's great. We
Yeah.
just met, man. That's great.
The world needs to know.
You gotta take 'em to dinner.
The world will never know.
Yeah. I'm just getting over the fact that Green Room is 10 years old. That's
I know,
It's
insane.
right?
actually older. Oh no, it's because it was released in 2015.
What a legacy that movie has, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
We love doing it. Huh?
Yeah.
I know, that was a
real
really
trip.
fun one.
Did
But
you
we
watch
love
Rebel
doing
Ridge?
Atropia more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
If we had to compare, which we don't have to, but
But if we did,
We
it would be
did, yeah.
Atropia. Sorry, Jerry. We had a great time doing this, huh? We were out,
Yeah, the
we were
best.
out in
Yeah.
Santa Clarita, and we'd drive to work, and Haley put me up in her apartment building, and
It was
I'd
so
take you
fun.
to work and,
Yeah.
and take you home.
It was like really old timey because we shot on this movie ranch like up in Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
That's a standing set where they've shot like everything from like American Sniper to like,
I
all
met
the SEAL
Oprah
teams.
Winfrey there
What?
because
at Blue Cloud?
at that lot because they shot Wrinkle in Time there
Oh,
a few years
really?
ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But it's like
Pretty wild.
so like it's like making a Chaplin movie or
Yeah.
something. You like go to the movie ranch to work.
Yeah.
It was so romantic.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
really
like a house
fun.
and behind it's empty. You know, it's like a
Yeah.
Buster Keaton set. You're like, huh.
Any trips to Magic Mountain?
No, we did go to a lot of In and
A
Out.
lot of in and out on the
Yeah.
way home.
What's
Yeah.
Magic Mountain?
It's a theme
It's
park.
a theme park.
You don't need to know
nearby.
about it.
You a
Yeah,
roller
we-
coaster guy or no?
Hi.
You a roller coaster guy?
I mean, I would describe myself as that, but
Okay, you're not a coaster.
Nice
head.
to waiters.
Yeah.
Hates roller
Hey,
coasters.
right. Actually, I
Cal
went through
Turner.
a phase when I was a kid. I had an experience at Thorpe Park where the ship that goes up and
Oh
forth.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was so tall
Classic.
for
I
my
love
age. I
that.
was like 6, and I panicked and tried to get off mid thing, and my mom.
Oh God.
Literally
That could have
had,
been a disaster.
I know this is turned dark, but
Yeah.
I made it.
Did you die?
I
No.
died.
Did
You
you
don't-
die?
Can you talk about the process of turning a short into a feature and what that was like?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I didn't make the short thinking it would be a feature at all. And making a short is kind of like building like a small log cabin, and you're like, the door opens, and you can make a fire in here, but like you can't really live in it. And this is sort of like building a real house. And it was, I don't know, it was totally different, and equally, challenging and fun. And Luca Guadagnino is a producer on the movie, and he asked for a script in a month from me, so it was like a very intense, exciting experience, and I just felt so lucky to know that he was going to be my first reader, so I was
Yeah.
like, really have to try hard. But yeah, it was great.
What notes did he give you that you ended up incorporating in the final movie? If you can say.
So many, but a lot of his notes are very spiritual. They're about like, intention and kind of like, what do we want this to say?
I saw that you cited a bunch of like Robert Altman movies as inspiration.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, what were you looking at specifically? And did you make your actors or encourage your actors to watch anything in particular before starting?
Yeah, we watched MASH,
Okay.
To Be or Not to Be, the Lubitsch movie.
Yeah.
Both like amazing war comedies that turn sort of tone on a dime, which our movie does often.
Battle of Algiers. Too,
Battle of
which
Algiers,
isn't a comedy.
which is
Not
not
a
a
comedy,
comedy.
no.
Spoiler alert.
Divine Intervention by Elia Suleiman, great Palestinian master, kind of a Tati-esque
Okay.
And the Claire Denis one.
film.
What's the Claire Denis one?
Beau Travail.
Right.
Starship Troopers,
Nice.
big influence on the movie.
Callum, Starship Troopers reboot. I think you could lead it.
Oh, heaven. Oh my god.
We have to pair up again though because
You
I
would
have
be
to be
so
in that.
good.
I'd only do it if you directed it.
Oh.
Would you do
love. Me?
it? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We'd have to make up something different. I don't really like, I don't know. I would
You
never
could
read
like
plan
the
that
bugs?
world with you. I mean, yeah, you got
the
giant
bugs. I mean,
Yeah.
that movie kind of predicted like 9/11 and the war on terror, right?
It did.
It did.
Totally.
Yeah, and also Fox News with like
Fox
kind of
News,
interstitial
totally. Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. We have some news characters in our movie too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fox News.
Okay.
Yeah, Fox News.
I mean, it must be a leap of faith though for performers to kind of embark on a project that does have so many tonal differences and is walking
Yeah,
a
look
fine
at
line.
this guy.
Yeah.
You want to work with this guy? Terrifying.
I mean, what was that like for you? I mean, it's a leap
think
of
it's-
faith,
I
right?
think it's incredibly scary every time.
Okay.
There's no difference.
Every time you
working with
act?
every time you
Okay.
act, and like you always get the terrors a few days before you start. And you think that you're awful and that you should be doing this, and then.
Do you want to tell them about your particular terror?
What?
What is your
Which-
terror?
Which one?
This is not-
Oh, okay. Don't tell.
Oh God.
We picking that up? We picking that up?
In the movie? No.
No.
Just,
sorry,
just,
sorry.
just so,
Personal.
Just so we can. I didn't hear what she said.
Okay. Sure.
Secrets, guys. Come
Confirm.
on, this is the wrap. Let's keep it above.
What
board.
about you? I mean, was there?
my
I
palms
mean, you
are
had been
sweaty.
you'd been in this world for a little while with the short. You sort of knew the
Totally.
territory. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love, I did a show called Search Party for years that was different, but was like a very confusing tone in the sense that it was like a dark comedy and we were always trying to find it. And I feel like I feel more comfortable when we don't know what the tone is because I think it gives opportunity to build a new one instead of trying to mimic another one. And I think Atropia is a perfect example. Like, we made a tone, and obviously it's Haley at the helm, but we had to build it together. Like,
Yeah.
what's the humor, what's their humor. Someone comes in and their sensibility, and then all of a sudden we have a much more grounded scene, and then this is realistic, and you kind of are marrying it together, and you have to trust what's happening on set. So those are my, not that I feel like safe in that place, like it's always nerve-wracking because you don't know if you could pull it off, but that's kind of my favorite place to be in, is when it's not made before.
Right. And
the
then,
movie's kind of about acting,
Okay.
you know, at its heart, and it's about two people that can't really, that can only be together like when they're in character in a way. And so there's a lot of kind of everything is always like acting in the movie. The characters are acting, sometimes the camera's acting. You know, it kind of, you know, turns off and on quite often.
I mean, as performers, you guys have both done, we were just talking about Star Wars. Callum, I don't know if you remember this. You were in several Harry Potter movies that came out. But
many?
like,
Thanks for reminding me.
yeah, I mean, I know it was a fugue, but like, how important is doing a movie like this, an indie with, you know, great people behind the camera? Is it sort of nourishing, and does it allow you to make more commercial things easier, or vice versa? I mean, I would love to know.
I treat them all the same. You know?
Okay.
I'm like,
You're just scared.
yeah, in the initial thing, for sure, there's a fear, but that fear is an excitement and an adrenaline that you have to harness. But with the Fantastic Beast stuff, you know, I got to work with people like Colleen Atwood, who's
Yeah.
an artist, and I think that Haley Gates is an artist, and it doesn't matter.
I like
if
the way you
it's
say
a
artist.
$200 million film or 50 quid film, you know, it don't matter. It's you go and do you have the same approach.
Yeah.
And that's really important.
Did you only pay him $50?
Less.
50
Even
quid.
less.
He was like, I just
paid
need
him-
50 quid.
I
We're like,
paid
all
him
right,
an In-N-Out burger.
Okay.
And some t-shirts.
Okay. What about for you? I mean, you obviously
Yeah.
have an amazing career on both sides of the coin.
Thank you. I mean, I wish it seemed like I was in as much control as it might seem like I am, where I'm like, what will I do next? It is very much like what kind of comes at you and what's happening. I mean, yeah, this is a passion project, but this is also my bread and butter, not financially speaking, but just, this is the kind of stuff I make, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't have, you know, Star Wars, sure. I did a voice. We loved it.
Yeah. Callum,
But
did you
that's
see her?
not
She was an owl.
paying my kid to go
Yeah,
to
it's
college.
so
you know?
cute.
That's the
the
best
little
damn owl
owl.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
She sent me a picture. I said, "That's you."
And I said, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
cute.
But yeah, it's the balance of just being able to get to make work you believe in, and it's rare when you believe in stuff like this much. Like everything about this, is my stamp of
Yeah.
approval.
What is it like for all of you to sort of be opening amidst sort of unrest in the world? Obviously, this is a very political film, but I would love to know your thoughts on that.
I mean, you
Haley,
know, I
take it.
wrote this movie. Take it.
Take it away, babe.
This one's for you, Haley.
No, I wrote this movie in the end of 2022. You know, so it was like,
Well, that was fast.
well, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But also like you know, this is sort of naive in retrospect, but I was like, is anybody gonna care about a movie about the Iraq War? You know, because I was still mad about it. She was still mad about it, and you were
I
still
was
mad
mad
about
about
it. And it just felt like, you know, important for us to do, but I just didn't know, you know, if it would be sort of relevant or welcomed. And I guess in a way it was like naive to think that America wouldn't make this movie relevant again in the time it took for us to edit it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Either of you want to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is where art can actually be powerful, you know, because it's hard, like, you feel so helpless.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, we're in privileged places, we get to make art for a living, but when you get to make work like this that's commenting on what's happening in the world and also make it like a comedy at the same time, to be like, yeah, the world's fucked, but some of us notice that, you know? It feels really, you know, it feels good. It feels like, okay, that's what our job is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Callum, any thoughts?
I'm not going to do better than that.
Okay, agreed. You can wrap it up, guys. Thank you so
The
much.
Wrap.
The Wrap.
We're gonna wrap it up. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.